Apple did not see this coming. Apple just released a new line of MacBooks, the 14-inch and the 16-inch. These laptops are freaking overkill. They come with the brand new M1 Pro and M1 Max. The M1 Pro is somehow the inferior version to the M1 Max. I still struggle to get my head around it, but you know, it's Apple. I did realize though that some people struggle to find the difference between the M1 Max and the M1 Max, if you get what I'm trying to say. Nonetheless, I love my Android, but boy, I've got to give Apple credit where credit is due. They for sure know how to create a damn silicone. The sheer power of this thing is something I've never seen before. Without getting into a lot of details, the M1 Pro, which is the inferior chip by the way, has a 10-core CPU with 8 high-performance cores and 2 high-efficiency cores. It also has a 16-core GPU with 32GB of RAM. 16 freaking cores and 32GB of beautiful RAM. This is the base version we're talking about. Quick disclaimer, why is that like button still grey? Oh, yes, I'm gonna wait till you turn it blue. Is it blue? Great. Back to the video. The M1 Max is an even bigger M1 Pro. It's got the same 10-core CPU, but double the cores in the GPU with 64GB of shared memory. That's how much storage I have on my smartphone. This all sounds like great news, right? Yeah, that's where you're wrong. Samsung has been secretly working on a device called the Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra. You've probably never heard about it, but if you have, well, pretend you haven't. This tablet is set to be Samsung's direct competition for the new MacBook Pros that just came out. It has a 14.6-inch display that could prove the downfall of this laptop/tablet hybrid. More on that later. Samsung has been working with AMD since 2019 to create the most powerful GPU that could fit in ARM's architecture, just like their M1 chips. It's set to be unveiled later this year, but good old Sammy decided not to include this chip, which by the way is named the Exynos 2200, in the Tab S8 Ultra next year. Instead, they're opting for their rival Snapdragon 898 chipset. This chipset is by no means a slouch, but it would have been great if Samsung could implement their own chips in their own tablet. Now you may think, why comparing a tablet to a fully functioning laptop? First off, don't leave that subscribe button red. Secondly, if you've ever used the Galaxy Book Pro 360 or the normal Galaxy Book Pro, you'll have seen Windows and Samsung's tight integration to combine the UI. The version of Windows on the Galaxy Book Pro series is almost the same as the One UI experience you get on your smartphone. The only difference is that you can run x86 programs on the Book Pro 360. So my guess is that Windows have built an operating system for Samsung where they can make full use of this hybrid tablet. And of course, the Tab S8 Ultra will come with some really high-end laptop accessories. The display on the new MacBooks take after their older siblings, the iPhones. They gave birth to a notch because Apple wanted to reduce the bezels even more. Now, I personally, as a Samsung boy, I do not mind this laptop display at all. I feel like the large laptop display will make me forget about the tiny notch at the top. The really confusing part about all this notch drama and everything is that Apple didn't even manage to include Face ID on the laptop. This would have gave a better reason as to why there is a notch, and it would have been a stronger justification, but not including Face ID and still having a 1080p webcam is just a joke. The display is still a HDR display with a 120Hz ProMotion refresh rate with a peak brightness of 1600 nits. The Tab S8 Ultra features a 14.6-inch Super AMOLED screen of beauty, but that's expected from a Samsung grade display. It has a 120Hz display and takes advantage of Samsung's BRS technology. This stands for Boundary Reduction Surgery. No, really, it stands for Boundary Reduction Structure. Anyways, this BRS means that Samsung is able to reduce the bezels on the Tab S8 Ultra to levels never seen before. This does come with a catch because to feature a notch. However, Samsung will make really good use of this because to have a front-facing camera capable of recording 4K videos and to have send stage capability. You know, that feature where the camera follows you around your room. Earlier, I talked about how the display of the Tab S8 Ultra might be its downfall. Well, it's because the displays are so high-end that Samsung is struggling to make enough of them. So the Tab S8 Ultra might be some kind of limited edition type of tablet. Watch this video here to see why the Galaxy S22 Ultra might be a major fail. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, link in the description. And I'll catch you in the next one.